Afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? Happy Tuesday. Apologies, I won't be a second, just shuffling things around. Hopefully, you all had a great weekend, and apologies for no stream yesterday. I wasn't really up to it after surgery, so I left it till today, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how long the stream's going to be, hopefully the normal 2 hours, or that's the plan, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the plan is to build the jelly cat on the sofa today. So, or that's the hope. I have a figure in a test world that I'll be using, because trying to figure it all out while streaming and recovering at the same time, I'm not sure would go very well. So, a second, I just need to check the other instance and make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4 and 5. So let's get the front legs put in. And as you can see, I see it switched over to the other one when I switched over. That's kind of cool. So that's the kitty cat. And let's switch back. Does it switch back automatically, or have I messed things up again? Oh, I may have messed things up. So maybe I can't do that. Hang on. What did you do? Let's get the game source. Bless it. Minecraft. Okay, let's close the other instance down. It's not going to be fun. Because I had fun launching 2 instances. Now, are you going to find Minecraft again? You are. Okay, so... Oh, did I not turn... Oh, I did turn emotes off. That's good. I wasn't sure. Okay, so... This should be 4. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one should be 5 with the extra block further down. Okay. Let's see if I've got some images. I know I took some screenshots. I apologise for lack of preparation. I meant to prep a lot for this, but I ended up being really tired, so I went back to bed. Yes, crazy. So, how's everybody's day been? Where are you? Kitty cat. There should have been a 1 gap. Oh, I've done the legs wrong. Because there should only be a 1 block gap, not 2. Because it's an odd number build, because it needs a nose. Where did I put... That's where I put the shovel. Oh, bless. Poor Remy lost his pick. think I have some spare normal picks, but I don't think do I have netherite that I think I may have a netherite ingot. Let me check. I have 2 ingots. Let's go here. And I usually have a bunch of picks. That's fortune. Okay. Nether ingot. It's ingot, isn't it? OT. That way he can get it back rather than have to worry too much about it, bless. We may need to make a little quick trip. So yeah, let's move these. Okay, on my way. Bless, it's not good, nice to lose your things. It really isn't. And especially as you don't know how you lost them. Oops. Let's see how we... Wait. Still keep seeing those little buttons in the tunnel that was there for the Christmas event. Let's switch you to that. Yeah. So, you're upstairs then. Okay, Let's see. Just better to drop it here rather than at the portal. Bless, because I didn't want it to go through the portal. Okay, so if we go back here, we can take a shortcut through the end. Okay. And then we'll get back to building the kitty cat. Or trying to, anyway. I do like that that gives me a shortcut back here. And what I need to do is, oops. Let's go grab, there's a shulker up here that has jump boost. Hi Amber. Man, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. So let's pop out, grab the shulker worth of portions so that we can then do the double jumps, etc. while we're building the kitty cat. So, portion of leaping. So we'll grab those two. Today we're up to trying to build a jelly cat on the sofa downstairs. Well, that's the plan. I built one in creative. So it's a matter of trying to... It's not exactly right, so it needs tweaking. But we want the kitty cat here, so it can be looking down there, because there's a mouse hole down there. Need to put a little mouse down there too at some point. But we want a jelly cat on the sofa. Oh, that's a hope. Now, let's see if I can launch the other instance without OBS taking it over. So, how are you doing today, Aman? Alright, so let's go to the image. Good, there we go. Did I take a side shot? Right, so go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and out 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then these 2 blocks here. And how is that? Does that leg look? Do I have a good picture of it? Okay, kind of. So let's move that over to this screen so I can still see chat better. I'm glad I've got multiple monitors. To be honest, I need to get the other 2 monitors hooked up to this system as well. So I've got 5 I can use. I just tend to use a couple of them for my work stuff. Right, so I want the concrete. I should have some concrete on me. So for these, it should be concrete. Okay. Smooth quartz. We need some smooth quartz. Hopefully you're having a good day and hopefully you had a great weekend. And let's get the jump boost. Put you away. Yep, because there should be snow blocks, concrete and snow blocks. I'm not sure whether to put a, or even if I could, put a statue. I say a statue, but a Minecraft figure sitting on the sofa. Okay, so I guess I thought the jump boost gave me 2 blocks. I guess maybe it doesn't. Okay. It seems a bit weird. I always assumed it would give you the extra at least 1 block jump, but maybe it's only half a block jump. Sorry, apologies. Apologies for that. I have a bit of a cough, which isn't good. And I want now snow blocks. And I'm hoping I'm not going to come down with the COVID. My brother took me to hospital this weekend for the surgery. Only he let me know today he'd come down with COVID. So we will see. Either I picked it up at the hospital and gave it to him, or he had it and hopefully hasn't given it to me. Because coughing with a... Now, did I turn that back on? I think I turned that back on. Let's just double check my mic levels. Yeah, there we go. Because that wouldn't be good because, yeah, we're having abdominal surgery. Coughing is not exactly helpful. Right, so now we want another snow block here. Right, so we had the cyan, and now we should have some grey wool. So how many does this go up? This goes up 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 2, 3. That goes up 5. I'm not sure what it is on the inside. I've only got the outside of the leg at the moment. And from the 5, we may have to go back into the test world and take some more screenshots. So here we go, 1, 2, 3 over in total. And then we go 1, 2, Then under here should be a grey concrete. So yeah, apologies, today's kind of building off images rather than the free floor building we usually do. Okay, so we want cyan now. Let's get rid of you and put cyan here. Oh, I don't have any. Do I have any black stone here? I'll have to check if we have some black stone, because I need some stairs and slabs. Right. And on the first block here, well, the middle block here, should be that. Let's see if we, like I said, got some. I need some black stone. I know I should have some deep slate. So that's cool. That gives us the deep slate. We want you. Now, where would I have used black stone? I think it was only the fireplace, wasn't it? So if it was only the fireplace, I've used black stone. If I've got any, it's probably hiding underneath the fireplace. It's deep slate. We don't need much. A stack would do. Ah, cool. We have those and we have slabs, just in case we need the slabs. That's good. I was getting concerned. Right, so the bottom one should be a black stone. Wrong one. That is a black stone. That is a deep slate. So we go black stone, deep slate, and then black stone that way. Apologies, I won't be a second. Okay, so that gives us that. And on top of this black stone should be another one of you. So that gives us the outside bit of this leg. And let's see what else I've got. So that's the front, not the... Oops. Oh, what's going on? I'm not sure what I did there. Can I undo? Apparently I added the image I was working from into yeah, my brain isn't definitely not 100% yet, I guess. I apologise for all the mistakes that are going to be made today. Right, so that leg is, the inside of that leg is this way. Right, so we have that. I need the scaffolding. Oh yeah, I need to put deep slate here, don't I? Sorry, black stone. Right, so I just assumed that was there. Doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's actually one of those. Let's redo this bit completely. Right, so we have that one. Underneath that should be... Okay. And 1, 2, 3, and then a cross one. Then you were that, and you were that. Okay. And then we go to a cyan. With a white and a white there. And that one there should be a grey wool. with the same black stone below and above. Apologies, won't be a second. Right. Amazing what honey does. Recommended by the surgeon so I don't cough. Okay, so that gets us that leg. Now this one should be these two blocks here and start here. So we go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put that one there. I'm assuming it's going to be that, but I'm like I had to just do with this inside bit. I'm going to have to look at the image from the other angle and probably change it. So we have, from here, we should have the quartz stairs. And then we should have the white concrete. Grey wool. Onto cyan. back onto grey wool, back onto concrete, onto grey wool, and where that one is down here should be a concrete with cyan and cyan. Okay, now we need to do the front bit. So white, snow, snow. Hang on, you're not right. Sorry, won't be a second. There we go. Right, so we should have the 2 white, then we should have 2 concrete whites. With one more there, with another snow next to it. And then we have the body bit that will be underneath. Now we need deep slate, and on the edge of the cyan should be a black stone. Where are you? Here we go. So deep slate, and black stone. That way we kind of have a curve. Let's switch back to the other image to see if I can get a good look at what the inside of this leg is like. Not really, not on that image. Nope. Okay, let's see if I can fire up the other instance without OBS taking that version of Minecraft and putting it on as... That's as long as I can fire it up. It's really awkward is the Minecraft launcher lately for running multiple versions. Used to be really easy, only for some reason the launcher never really shuts down properly. And then I can't launch another version. Not sure if it's a Windows 11 bug thing. It's one of those things I keep meaning to look into to see. So let's move you here for a second. There's you. Let's go play. And we'll go into my single player test world. See if I can take a couple of some more screenshots. Just to make life easier. I'm all for easier this week. Because, yeah. Right, so I want a screenshot. Let's go F1 to remove the hood. F2 for that inside of that leg. F2 for the inside of that leg. Let's have a look at the belly of the kitty cat. F2 there. F2 there. Try taking a screenshot there. Taking lots and lots of screenshots, so I apologise. I should have done this earlier. But I was kind of expecting to be able to run the two versions and just switch between them, but OBS keeps pinching the other version. Get you. Let's grab you. Let's look at the tail a bit. That's the top of the tail. And that's the bottom of the tail. Okay, so let's quit out of that. That gives me a whole bunch of images. And like I say, I do apologise for the clunkiness and of the string today. Right, so let's go to here and let's find those images. Go, because that's the screenshot I'm after. Because this is completely different, so that is right there. Then this is wrong. Oops, that one was right. This one should be that. This one should be that one. Oops. And cyan, followed by 2 grey wool. And they concrete at the top. I think they may be concrete at the top. Okay. And on the first of the wool should be a grey concrete. When we have the Blackstone stair at the bottom and the deep slate stair at the top. Let's go. So that's a concrete again. And it should be Blackstone. There we go. So that gives us the 4 legs. Ish. We're not completely done because there's a top curve where it should join the body. Right, so we need to go to this side. I need to, oops, not do that. Right, so where this concrete is, should be another concrete next to it, and then 3 snow blocks. Oops, that's not snow. Hi Puri, thank you for the meow. How are you doing today? And it's good to see you. Come on, where's the, oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do. Mistakes galore. Okay, snow blocks, that's what I want. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oops, and 1 up. How was your weekend, Puri? Hopefully you're doing just fine. Just a bit of a sore throat. Or a bit of a sore throat and pain in the right ear. Other than that, you can't complain. Oh, I'm sorry you're under the weather. Hopefully it will get... And your weekend was good. Well, hopefully you'll feel better very soon. And I need to move that image to my other screen again. So what did I do with the images? I closed the images, of course I did. Because brain no worky today. So let's get back to that image that I had just then. And that was none of them. Apologies. There we go, that's the one I want. I'm getting there. It's a case of I have a little bit of a cough. Oops, which I am my brother my brother was the one who gave me the lift to the hospital this weekend for the surgery, and he contacted me today to let me know he had COVID. I have a little bit of a tingly nose and a little bit coffee, but coughiness can also be from the surgery, if you know what I mean. So my fingers are crossed it's not COVID, because I don't need that at the moment, not on top of the surgery. Excuse me. Oh, it went okay. I ended up having to stay in purely just because of the time I went down to surgery. I didn't get out of surgery until after 8 o'clock, by which time they're not going to discharge you. So they kept me in till Sunday and then let me come home then. Okay, hi Joe, hopefully I'm back. Can everybody hear me? Okay, thank you. I don't know what's going on with the systems today. And it's good to see you, Joe. But yeah, so Minecraft has been weird today. Okay, so the last couple of blocks I placed haven't registered. It was like earlier I was on and I fell through the world. And I was down at minus 5,000 and I couldn't reconnect properly. It took ages. So I'm not sure what's going on, whether the internet is having fun and games or whether it's... Oops. Caps lock. Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. That's all I can say on that one. Yeah, like I say, I'm on. I'm wired in. I'm not. It's not like I am using the Wi-Fi because I tend not to if I can avoid it. It makes more sense for me to use the LAN connection. But let's just refresh things and hopefully everybody... Okay, I just got kicked again. Am I fighting a losing battle today? Hopefully not. Am I still live is a question. Ah, well, my connection apparently is unstable. So... fingers crossed it sorts itself out. Only hovering small bits. Oh. Yeah, my Twitch connection says unstable, so I apologise. And what the heck's going on today? I keep getting kicked from the server. Apologies, I'm just going to do a speed test because something's not right. Okay. So that's 92. I've got 20 up and 92 down. So theoretically it should be okay. No, it's not you. It's, like I said earlier today, I was working in tolls and I fell through the floor. And I must have relogged 7 or 8 times and was still falling in the void. I restarted the machine twice. I'm wondering if there's a connection issue between here and where the server is. But okay, so Twitch says my connection's excellent at the moment, so we'll see how it goes. Sorry, I won't be a second. Sorry about that. So, a little bit of a cough. Right, so that should be that. Yeah, exactly. When you just want to play, it was a case of, okay, you can't stay connected, but your internet's fine, because I was watching something on YouTube at the same time, and the YouTube was fine, just the connection to the server had to have been weird, even though it said the ping said it was fine. But the ping lies. So we've got the grey, which should be an L shape, and that should be a piece of wool. So we're trying to make a jelly cat, because we've got a little mouse hole there that we need to put a tiny little mouse at. And we figured we'd make a jelly cat. Although I will admit I kind of cheated a little bit. If I remember... Excuse me. If people remember the puppy I made the other season, I kind of repurposed it and turned it into a kitty cat instead of a puppy. Not too bad. Like I say, the surgery went fine. I'm trying not to cough because it doesn't help the stitches any. But yeah, Piper. So Piper is kind of being repurposed and recoloured, because the shape was kind of cat-like as well. It was the head that kind of had to... if I changed the head, if you see what I mean. And then we could have the movement with the tail and the body, etc. So yeah. I hope you don't mind. Rather than my starting from scratch. Hang on, something's not right. So there should be white, 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 cyan. You should be wool. Hang on, I've messed up. Yeah, we've done a lot of work. When was the last time you saw it? Do you remember? I'm not, because we can have a quick look round for you if you would like. Some months ago. Okay, so the kitchen with the fridge and the cooker and the stairway. I still haven't done the details of the taps and the food on the counter yet. And we've got the upstairs landing where we put the cupboard in and a shelf. There's still other details that still need to go in. Yeah. That's okay. That's cool. I've been kind of tempted, but I don't know how people feel about it, to move it to a little later, about an hour later than it currently is. Because it gives me a little bit more time after finishing work. And you'll have to apologize for the hole in the floor. I gave somebody some cyan blocks, and I just need to fill it in with netherrack and bone meal it again. So I apologise for the hole in the floor. I meant to fill that in the other day. Where are you? I should have a whole bunch more netherrack somewhere. So, ignore the hole in the floor. The guitar I still haven't figured out. And then we have the kids' bed, a bookshelf that I still need to put the books in, a toy box, the bedside cupboard, little checker set, and I need to put the roof in the bed. So I'm not sure if you'd seen that before or not. And then we started working on the main bedroom. With a double bed, etc. And that's going to be a wardrobe, a closet, whatever you want to call it, in the corner there. Come round here and we've got the little bubble vator, which takes us to the little mouse hole, where we're going to have the kitty cat on the sofa and a little mouse down here by the mouse hole. It doesn't seem much, but we've been working on it. Yeah, we discussed it and we thought a kitty cat and Jelly needed to be on the sofa. Right, so we got grey wool here. Oh, I see. Because that's where I went wrong. Sometimes you just need to step away for a second and you figure out what you've done wrong. Because I put the concrete in the right shape, just in slightly the wrong place. Because that's where that L shape should have been. Then the bottom of this should have been snow concrete. Snow. And we'll figure out how it attaches afterwards. And then there should be 2 grey concretes just here. Okay. And now I need a deep slate stair. Now, the legs should be white. So this is where I have to make an alteration. Because the Jellycat has pretty much mostly white legs. And these bottom bits, these bottom 4 blocks here probably need to be changed because she has grey toes on the back legs from my understanding. So let's correct those 2 bits now. And the lightest bit of grey we have is the cyan. Okay. Then we'll do the same here. Is my understanding of a jelly cat. And then I have to remember, once I've got the shaping for the neck, around her neck is supposed to be white as well. So although I may be putting grey blocks in to start with, I will then tailor them to the colour palette I need them to be. Right, so you're wrong. I think I just got myself misaligned by 1 row. Because that is supposed to kind of go in that direction, and then it's a T shape. So what have you been up to lately, Joe? So we want the cyan. And then on top of here should be not that. It should be 1, 2, 1, 2, that. With 2 more of these. And a dark concrete. Okay. So that kind of gets us this side of the cat. And we'll see how it looks, and if it doesn't work out, then we can always completely change it. You're home with the youngest, who's in the process of starting in special school. Oh, cool. Oh, cool, if you know what I mean. I'm glad that they're beginning to start school and that you're at home with them. As long as that's where everything needs to be. If that makes sense. Right, so we need to work on this side. So we know 1, 2, 3. Apologies. Right, so we need a snow block. As long as I can do the middle mousey click. Okay, So then we get that. Then we can go like that. It's great that he got the spot finally. He hasn't been doing well in regular school in years and have hardly attended the last year because of it. Oh, that's a shame, but I'm glad he got the spot that he needs to help him achieve things at his own pace. That's the important thing. Because every kid is different. Every kid learns in their own way and need to learn in their own speed sometimes. It's not education isn't a one size fits all, however much they would like it to be. Right, so we have the T and then we need an L. It's a case of my brother was dyslexic and they didn't find out until he was an adult. On the server, I haven't been on much lately. The base mates aren't there, plus I need a bit of a break. Most projects sort of faded out, so just doing starter boxes and helping others with materials. It sometimes gets that way, Joe. And life gets in the way sometimes too. Not that that's a bad thing, because priorities. So we want a cyan. And then we want some grey wool, and we want at least 3. Oops. Yeah, I haven't been on as much lately as I would like. Life got in the way. Family things and then my surgery, but I need to get my level of tolls completed in the next couple of weeks. I guess the one good thing about having surgery this weekend means I actually have 2 weeks off work. So hopefully... Hi Ali, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Right, and on top of this should be 3 more. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Right, so this should be a cyan. Onto a cyan, onto a cyan. Okay, and we'll leave that at that. Exactly, sometimes it is what it is. Priorities. Right, so we want this to be a 1, 2, 3, with 1 up and 2 down. Guests take the time off when they offer. Well, the hospital won't let me work for 2 weeks, no matter what the job. After the surgery, as far as they're concerned, you don't work for 2 weeks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should, oops. And then we come in from this bottom one. And a 2 on the top. Is that right? Oh, that's not. Yeah, it's 2, but it includes the one I've already got. Yeah. I must admit, I've slept more in the last few days than I expected to. I'm usually up. It's kind of weird, but it was a case of, okay. I guess I wasn't expecting it to. Me to be quite so tired afterwards. Yeah, exactly. Sleep is good for you. Sorry, won't be a second. So yeah, so I've been awake for 2 or 3 hours and then gone back to bed for a few hours. Then I've been awake for a few hours and the body clock's all over the place at the moment. And then we should have cyan up and around the corner. But hopefully that will steady out before too much longer. Right, so on top of this should be a concrete and a grey wool. So we kind of copied that bit there. I know it all looks weird at the moment. But hopefully, once we've got it built, it won't be too bad. Right, so I need to put another set of blocks on top of this leg. Piper had grey there, but jelly, yeah, it definitely must have been much needed. And like I said earlier, my brother let me know he caught COVID this weekend and he was the one who took me to and from the hospital. So at the moment I'm hoping that the cough that I have is just the cough that you get after surgery and not a cough for COVID. So need to put some torches up so that we can actually see what's going on better. I don't think that's right. That leg can't be right. I should have another couple of blocks here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that looks better. Definitely fingers crossed. Not that I'm planning to go anywhere anyway. So that should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. Then you come over and over. So we know where you are. So you need to come in and in again. So we had the 2, and we should hang over by 1. And the next one should go all the way across and join here. I don't think it's not that hot here at the moment. It's warm, but we're not having a heat wave at the moment, fortunately. Hopefully it doesn't hang around too long for you guys. It's yeah. And then you come back here. Right. It would have been if I'd put that block in the right place, because you should come in front of it. That's better. And then these three should be white blocks. And then we should have 3 snow blocks. It should pop in here. And then we're going to put that there. Because I'm having to alter some of the colours as we go along. Because jelly is a certain pattern kind of thing. And I'm trying to get it to work. Okay, let's see if I can get a better shot of the belly. Right, so this is 3 blocks. I think I need to put down some scaffolding, it might help. Even in Minecraft I'm short. I'll switch to some random concrete. I know her belly has to be white, so it's just going to be a mixture of the white blocks we have. And we'll just randomly place them and hope for the best. Well, I'm kind of going from the Minecraft jelly, but with a little bit of other images, if that makes sense. Apologies. The Minecraft jelly seems to have... I have a bit too much grey for the Minecraft jelly, whereas I'm probably too much for the normal jelly too. But I'm going to change the palette in some places as I progress. Because I'm using the old Piper design we had, which was a puppy. But the body shape kind of thing looked more like a kitty cat to me in the end than it did a puppy. So... And if it doesn't work, then we can always take it down and try again, if that makes sense. I'm hoping to get it looking something reasonable, a mixture of both. Because I don't want it to be too blocky. Yeah. But then again, once it's on the sofa, I'm hoping it fits. I guess we'll find out once it's built. If it's too big, then I will have to tinker with it. Because when it was outside next to a giant house, it wasn't too bad. But inside in a giant house, it may end up being a little bit too big. That's my concern. Because the top of the sofa is only there, and at the moment I'm not exactly near the top of the kitty cat. So she may be too big. I may end up having to make her a little bit narrower and shorter. Otherwise, she's going to be a massive kitty cat. You're completely right, Ali. Making her narrower is easier. How do I make her shorter? Yeah, let's head up to the mantelpiece and check. I'm just concerned that we're not at the top of the back of the kitty cat yet. Excuse me. Okay, what I will do is I will continue to build her to the height I have. I've always had concerns about the height of the back of this sofa, because the arms of the sofa are only there. It may be a case of I actually need to bring the back of this sofa higher anyway, up 3 or 4 blocks. Because there isn't a great deal of height difference between the top of the sofa and the arms. And usually there would be a bit more of a difference. So we'll continue building, get her complete, then check if it's a case of hiring the back of the sofa a little bit and making her a little bit smaller. We'll find out. It doesn't hurt to try. Right, so is the way I'm looking at it. Let's see if I've got another image, because I know I just took a whole bunch of them. So this leg. So there should be 2 grey wool here, and that's the 2 grey concrete. And you're that. And then I should have snow here that comes out. That should come out too. Then down here should be 2. With a snow block. I think we can shape it kind of like that. Kind of. Going the wrong way. Okay, so we had the 3 across, and we should have a 2. And then we should have another 2 on the next level up. Just here. Oops. So you have the 2. And then we should have the 1 there. Okay. And let's grab concrete. There we go. We'll see. Come on. Are you letting me click on you, or are you going to be going the wrong way again? Right. So start here and start filling in the top of this leg. Like I say, I'm not convinced she's not too tall. But we won't know till we build her. Right, so we have the 4 blocks there. Are those 4 blocks? Okay. So grey and grey. Okay, so now we need the shaping blocks, which is you. Then we turn to you. We put the grey wool there. Grab a black stone with a grey next to it. And one of you there. And that's the hind leg. Like I say, I think we're going to have to change some of the palettes as we build, or afterwards, but let's get the shape in first. Right, and then from behind here we want it to be a grey wool. With a concrete on the top and another grey wool. My concern is the greys are too dark. I'm wondering if I should have used a lighter grey palette. If you know what I mean. With light grey wool, light grey concrete. What do you guys think? I'm just trying to think what light grey stairs we have. Well, we have the andesites. Well, we can always switch them out afterwards in sections and test. Right, so wool, wool, iron. Right, so that is that block. So next to that block should be this, and then it should be this. I think I messed up again. Okay, let's take all of these out. So this block here should have a wool. Then this one should be a wool. You're a wool. You're a grey. You're the start of this pattern. We want the cyan at that point. You honestly couldn't tell, yeah. It's just a case of when you look at pictures of her, she's very much a pale grey, I think, rather than a dark grey. She's getting very tall. I think I may need to cut down the size just a little bit. Right, so those blocks are these top. So that is the very top is this bit. And I'm going to take at least this layer off. And I'm going to adjust the size downwards, because I'm getting very concerned about the height. Hello, you got a small list of puzzle games from a friend for you. Okay, that's awesome. Just give me a second and I'm going to copy those down. Thank you very much for that, Wildy. I really appreciate it. I really do. 1 second, just let's grab a notepad. And I'm going to see the Room Series Cube Escape Collection, Escape Sim Unpacking, and Cam Valley. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But come on, Pendle. But yeah, I think I'm going to shorten the body height-wise a little bit. You've watched her play most of them, some really good ones in there. Thank you very much. I will look at them this week because I do need to get, like I said, I do need to do some more puzzle games for the YouTube channel, and I have a purely puzzle channel on Rumble. But nothing goes on Rumble that hasn't been on YouTube already, so... Right. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so where we were with this one. I need to go back to that side. Okay, so this is this one. And that is that one. That's right there. So that should be a cyan. Then that should be a cyan. And that... So you've got the wool, cyan, and then we have 1, 2, 3. With that being a grey wool, with those two being, with that one being, with that one, with those two, with that one, with that going that direction. Okay. You have Train Valley and find it relaxing. Oh, that's cool. I will, like I say, I will have a look at them this week. Okay, so that gives us that. Let's stick another torch on the side so we've got some light. Let's head over to this leg. And let's hope I've got a good shot of this leg. When you come to think of it now, it indeed is a puzzle game of sorts. Oh, that's cool. Because puzzle games are fun. They don't have to always be crazy. It's a matter of enjoying them. Nothing wrong with challenge too. Right, so that was done on that side. This is this side, okay. So that should be that L shape. Yep, that's the L shape there. Which means these two should be cyan. Then we should have one here. Then that should turn in. Where are you? Grey wool. Grey wool. There we go. Then we should have a grey wool, grey concrete, and two more of you. Down here should be that, and we should have a black stone stair on that one. And underneath should be a black stone stair already. If it... Yep, it's already there. That's cool. Like I say, I'm not convinced on the size, but I'm also not convinced on the size of the back of the sofa. But I haven't been convinced on the size of the back of the sofa for a while. It might be a case of I need to build this up to kind of be in line with the top blocks of whatever you call that thing. My brain's not going to come up with a word today. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Wildy. I'm counting it as one of the streamers you look forward to watching. Thank you very much. I enjoy streaming. I find it relaxing. And you guys make it so much fun. Right, so there should be... Where I am here. I think I need a better screenshot. I'm moulding. I don't see any point in stressing, etc. I try to just be me. I know I'm not high energy like a lot of people, it's just... I enjoy building and I enjoy you guys' company while I do it. And I will have to launch that Minecraft again. Yeah. I'm at the age where, yeah, there's nothing wrong with very energetic streamers, let's say. There's literally nothing wrong with that. It's just that I'm now of an age that it's not my thing. And that's perfectly fine. I am me. And people take me as they find me, or don't, as the case may be. Right, so let's get a better shot. Okay, so let's take a screenshot of that. Screenshot of that. Screenshot of that. And let's minimize that and come back to this one. You have too much inner turmoil to enjoy your surroundings being too intense. Yeah. Well, I'm glad. Well, that's the thing. Minecraft is a game that can be played by anybody. And there are so many different people and they play it in so many different ways. And there isn't a wrong way to play it unless you're hurting somebody else. That's my only caveat on that one. Right, so we have those 2 blocks. Then according to this should be 4 blocks. And then we should have 2. Three. Okay, and I'm not going to take it up and over as I had originally planned, but we will see. You got every... I was saying earlier, I'm not sure how many of you were here at the time, about maybe starting the streams a little bit about an hour later. Moving the schedule from 5 PM my time till 6 PM. Just to give me a little bit of extra time between when I get back to work and start of stream. Because I finish work at 4:30. And there's been a number of times lately where a job I've been working on has ran late and I've had to cancel stream because of it. And I don't like doing that. So 1, 2. How would you finish work around 6, so you're all for it? Okay. So yeah, it would push the streams back an hour, but I want to make sure that people are okay with that. Like I say, it's a case of I have had to cancel a couple of streams literally because I haven't been able to finish work at my normal finish work time. So we want 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. So this one, according to this, should be one of these. It would like I said, it would just gives me a bit more time, a flexibility by starting an hour later. And hopefully it will mean I won't have to delay any more streams, or just not stream those days. It's because it's been a pain lately with that, which is no doubt annoying for you guys, but it's also annoying for me. Right, so we have that there, which now gives me, we'll try working across the top. And you go here to here. To here, to here. To one of you. So you should be that. Used to be 7 PM, but I think I recall it being a bit late for you. Yeah, it did used to be later in the evening, but by the time I'd finished it was 9 o'clock, and it was a case of by the time I'd had my food afterwards, it was, what, 10 o'clock, my evening meal, so that was a little bit later, but 6 PM would have me finish streaming at 8 PM. Which isn't too bad. So it seems like a reasonable compromise. It's 1, 2, and then a cyan with a concrete in front. With another one of you. And 2 black stone. So yeah, so I will see about altering the schedule then. So from Friday, we'll try 6 PM. Okay, so where am I with those two? Those two are there, which gives me that one next to it. Should give me this one here, which should give me next to these two. Should then come round the corner. And then we've got the cyan and the cyan. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Okay. So on this corner you have this one. I'm looking at it at a 90-degree angle, so it's not... I'm just trying to translate it into my head. And then that should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And it should be wool, cyan, wool. Okay. And then it should be cyan. Ah, that's 3 wool, that's why. I was thinking it should be 2 wool, but it isn't. It should be 3. Well, I think this back part needs to come up, but I'm going to have to use some half slabs to do it. That will make it a little easier. Right. So, although Piper had dark blocks here, we will need to change the neck area to whiter blocks. Oops. Right, so, because this would be down a block, we'll put the blocks in I know to go in, and then we will change the colour palette. So this is the wool, because Jelly's neckline is white and not greys. So although I'm putting in the wrong coloured blocks to start with, apologies. So I'm putting the wrong coloured blocks to start with. Once I've got the shape, I can switch them out. So we want grey. Then we want wool. Then I want a cyan. I do like middle mouse click. And then in front of this should be cyan. And then across. I missed. Oh, thank you for the resub. Wow, 12 months, Miss. That's crazy. And I'm sorry you arrived at just as we're about to finish. But it's really, really good to see you. Hopefully your day's been okay. I'm not doing too bad. I'm hoping the sniffly stuff I've got is just hangover gunk from the surgery. But I'm ticking along, I can't complain. So I'm really sorry that you arrived just at the end of the stream. But just so you're aware, Miss Mist, it went well, yes. So I only ended up staying in the hospital Saturday night because the surgery ran schedule. I was scheduled as one of the last on the surgery list, and by the time I got out, it was too late for them to discharge me on Saturday, so I ended up spending Saturday night in hospital and coming home Sunday morning. So everything went fine. I must admit, I slept most of Sunday. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the that one. I will do. Now let's see who's streaming, who I can send you amazing people to. Oh, just so you're aware, I'm not sure if I just mentioned it. It was the first time I've ever spent a night in hospital. There was lots of beeping. That's all I can say. I didn't exactly sleep well. So I slept a lot when I got home. But yeah, just so you're aware, Miss, sorry, I think we're going to start trying streams an hour later than normal, so we'll be starting an hour later than normal times, just so that when I do get back to work, it gives me more time in case things crop up at the end of the workday, because I've had to skip a number of streams over the past few months because of jobs have run long. Whereas if I start streaming at 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. my time, I'm hoping that will remove that hassle and we will be back to a consistent schedule. Okay, so let's see who's streaming. Oh, Laura's streaming. I'll send you all Laura's way. Okay, so raid. It's /raid first. Sorry, brain's still figuring things out. There we go. Let's remove that bit there, and I think that works. Okay, so you guys have a great rest of the day. I will see you all on Friday, an hour later than the normal schedule, and hopefully going forward that will be consistent with that. Take care now. Have fun. Bye.